This is Wigley. Now Mills. And still Mills. And he's gone right along the line. Davenport. And Rayner, no! Terrific piece of defending by Perryman, which is more than can be said for his colleagues. This is Wigley. Hodge. Davenport. And Walsh. And Rayner. And Davenport. And a goal by Davenport. Equalising within 3 minutes. And Spurs defence, frankly, all over the place. How they allowed Mills to come along the line in the first place is debatable. Perryman got them out of trouble. They got straight back into it, and Davenport finished in conclusive style. So Forest's top scorer is back with a goal, his 8th of the season, and this match is on the boil now at 1-1. So often a team vulnerable when they've just scored, and the old adage is proved again here. To the delight, this time, of the Forest supporters. And Allen against Mabbutt. Davenport's flick, Rayner, good early shot by Rayner. Clemence experience telling him where to be for that sort of effort. Somewhere around the 6-yard line. And Walsh calling, but Mills looks for Davenport, who's got just away from Roberts for a second. Bowyer's coming up well here. And Rayner's in there, and Clemence, no, Hodge, no. Forest is going down to block the effort. And Hazard looks for Allen. Well, anything can happen now. Allen looking for Falco. Suddenly the game has become totally unpredictable after looking anything but in the first half. And the crowd is sensing it here. Wigley. Hodge. I sense the team's back where they started. It's 1-1, but the promise of goals much higher in this second half from the moment they restarted. Rayner. And here's Falco. Johnny Mabbutt driving it forward. And Hazard lofting it on. And Bowyer. Allen. Here's Falco. Bowyer. Hodge, that's a good-looking ball. He saw the wide-open space on the right wing for Wigley. 4 Forest players in the middle. Chances here. And it's come back for Bowyer, who miskicked it. And Davenport should have done better. And he knows. Applauding the move. Set up by Steve Hodge, and Forest may look back on that and think it should have been 2-1. Miller for Spurs. Hazard. Away from Bowyer, but not from Hodge. Well, this is a good battle in the midfield now. Oh, and it's Davenport! Fantastic save by Clemence, awful mistake by Miller. Miller knows that Clemence almost saved his wage packet there, because Davenport only had the keeper to beat after that aberration. Clemence reacted as few goalkeepers could there. Corner to Forest. Hodge. Good turn, low drive, tried to be turned back by Rayner. Here's Chiedozie. And on the break, Spurs have got Clive Allen in a good position. Look at Gary Stevens forward there. While all this goalmouth excitement is going on, there's a good little contest in the middle of the field between Mickey Hazard of Tottenham and another England B player for next week, Nottingham Forest Steve Hodge. I wonder which one of them will have the final say in this match. Because we're halfway through the second half, it's 1-1 and it's wide open. And Davenport for Forest. They've got to try and stay on side here, but he's doing all the hard work himself. Oh, what a good piece of play, and here's Walsh. Oh, and Rayner miscued. And now Wigley. And Walsh again. Thrills and spills at one end, but it could all happen at the other, because Tottenham have got 4 against 4. Hazard. And Allen. And Galvin. Well collected by Sutton. Wigley for Forest. And now Gary Mills. Forest will want to keep this momentum going. Offside, though, against Walsh. That was a terrific break by Davenport a moment or two ago when he ploughed through the Tottenham ranks, and it nearly led to Nottingham Forest going in front. Hazard well forward again here. Unorthodox from Mabbutt, who's now got to turn and check Wigley, and he couldn't do it. 3 in the centre again. Davenport, turning shot! Oh, and right at the goalkeeper. Well, he could have had a hat-trick by now, Davenport. There is no doubt about that whatsoever. Clemence, one reason why Spurs are still in the match. He was fortunate that it went straight at him, but he's made some good saves since Forest equalised. And Tottenham are glad of his experience just at this moment back there, because the defence isn't doing itself too many favours. Just went past 3 of them in quick succession there. Mills got the ball out as far as Roberts. And Tottenham here with 8 players pushed forward. Perryman's cross. Galvin was lurking. It's in. Tony Galvin. He made it look rather easy. Steve Perryman drifted the ball diagonally across. They all either missed it or left it, and Galvin collected and found the far corner across the goalkeeper. And Forest's biggest crowd of the season, over 21,000, swollen obviously by the Tottenham contingent, seeing a very exciting second half here. And it might be worth pointing out that for the last 2 seasons, this fixture has ended in a 2-2 draw. But it might not now. Here's Galvin. Not such a good finish this time, to the relief of Gary Mills, whose mistake it was. And Forest do what Tottenham did to them on this ground last season. Not like that. It's all over, and Spurs have 3 very useful away points after a very good second half here. The win set up by Mick Hazard's opening goal. Forest got back through Peter Davenport, who frankly might have had 3 or 4. But they didn't take their chances, defied partly by Clemence, and Spurs went on to win with a goal a quarter of an hour from the end. Good week for their supporters. Progress in Europe, progress in the championship race. Forest with a few things on their mind at the moment, beaten by 2-1.
Well, Forest may have things on their mind, but I'm quite sure Brian Clough understands the realities of the situation. They were the better side today, but the way the cookie crumbled in the goalmouth favoured Spurs. Simply, Ray Clemence had an inspired day and Steve Sutton didn't. But as Brian Clough was at pains to point out at the outset, young players learning the job don't always win championships. He knows patience is required for his signets to turn into swans. Bob.
One man who's learned that lesson is Everton manager Howard Kendall. He's patiently put together a side that on current performance is the best in the country. Today's 1-0 victory at West Ham was Everton's 9th in a row and extends their lead at the top of the table to 3 points. Manchester United's late win at Leicester puts them above Arsenal on goal difference, Arsenal having dropped 2 points at home to Aston Villa, and that Spurs success keeps them in 4th place. Adrian Heath was Everton's scorer today, his 11th of the season. Gordon Strachan, with his 6th penalty since moving to Old Trafford, gave Manchester United a 3-2 win at Leicester with just 2 minutes left. Paul Mariner returned after injury to score Arsenal's equaliser against Aston Villa, but picked up a head injury and had to withdraw from England's World Cup squad, who fly to Turkey tomorrow morning. As we mentioned earlier, Bobby Robson is trying to contact Tottenham's Clive Allen as cover not only for Mariner, but in case the Italian-based strikers Mark Hateley and Trevor Francis are injured playing for their club sides tomorrow. Liverpool defender Alan Kennedy is also out with an ankle injury, while Newcastle's Chris Waddle and Grimsby's Paul Wilkinson both missed the under-21 match in Turkey on Tuesday. Wayne Faraday of Queen's Park Rangers and Dean Coney of Fulham have been added to that squad.